I managed to go from this to this in only 10 minutes, and I hardly use Photoshop. This is what I did. Also, if this post hits 50 likes, I'll make an account on Instagram catfishing people using these pictures.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, so that failed really badly, but I still wanted to make a video like it, so I thought I can't use myself, so I'll use someone else. And we're going to be using this to catfish people. So when you catfish people, you usually use someone really famous. So I messaged my most famous friend, who for some reason didn't reply. He's working on a movie, but he'll get to me shortly, I reckon. So I asked my second most famous friend, meet Nikita Andrzejewski, TikTok megastar with over 16,000 followers. One of his videos even got over 2 million views. So I had an idea for Nikita. I was going to make him into a fitness megastar. So I asked him for some topless pictures and...
The Ian Fitness guy, right? You're Mr. Ian Fitness guy. Son, listen, just leave it. F off, son. No one watches your videos, right?
He wasn't very supportive, so I snuck into his room and took some anyway, and this is what I got. And I edited them a little bit. Okay, there's a few subtle differences, like how I gave him tattoos, I made everything bigger, and I mean everything. One of my goals for Nikita was to create an Instagram account and see how many people would follow us in the first half a week, and to see how many more would actually believe we're a real person. So I started off by picking a profile picture. I zoomed in a little bit to hide the blurry chest. It's a little bit bad Photoshop, but you know, it's still believable, of course. So introducing Nikita Brenov, Bulgaria's #1 thing. Sorry, that was shocking. Anyway, I turned him into a really unhumble guy. I want him to think he's the best. I even threw in that I was sponsored by My Protein, as everyone seems to be sponsored by them these days. I'm allowed to make fun of them. They didn't deliver my Christmas gift for someone for a month, and I was annoyed about it. And then I also put in the link in the bio to make it more believable. And now let's post a picture. I decided I'm first going to start with this picture of the back, as I believe it's actually the best one I've done. Sure, if you look closely, a bit of the door is curvy and the shadow coming off the door handle is defying the laws of physics. But ignoring all of that, it's actually quite a good picture and I'm quite proud of it. And then I decided to make the caption. And for the captions, I decided to be really egotistical, so I decided to get some really famous quotes. I think the first one's from Ronaldo, and then I just decided to make it really unhumble. Then I translated it all into Bulgarian to make it more believable, worked on some hashtags, tagged My Protein, and then just waited. The next day I decided to post this one, and like the last post, the door's a bit all over the place, and the shadow coming off the door handle is defying the laws of physics yet again. And of course the two shoulders are different sizes and the chest just looks completely fake as it is. And I decided to caption it with this here, again being very unhumble. I posted twice more after this in the next 2 days, one of which the arms are completely different lengths, but I still put it up and I captioned it with this. I was really proud of this one, I thought of it myself. And then I posted once more, which is my least favourite, but I didn't have anything else to do. Everything's different lengths, but I still went along with it. And now I'm going to tell you how everything did and what responses I got. 2 days into the account, I asked 2 accounts to shout me out, with a combined following of about 6,000. I don't really want to shout them out, as I don't really want to ruin their reputation with their fans. I don't want their fans thinking they only post fake stuff. But thank you very much for taking part in the joke. Thank you very much for actually agreeing to do it. But after the few weeks, I managed to get 85 followers, but that's not really what I wanted to see. I just wanted to see the engagement. So we're going to have a look at the comments right now and my DMs. That was the first time I've seen it. I haven't actually checked my DMs yet. But yes, that was a picture of someone schlong. It's weird how when you see something gross, it just stains your mind. Well, Nikita is definitely popular with the boys. All I'm going to say about that is he's a grower, not a shower. Little raisin. Oh, but that is gross, mate. If this video ever gets monetized, yes, YouTube whack an ad on that, mate. Other than that, I only got 2 DMs, which were just 2 people saying hi. But seriously, are there just a few people out there that have an endless collection of dick pics that they just send to random people? I'm just wondering, why do you send it to a random person? Now we're going to start looking at the comments, which is where all the fun stuff actually was happening. On the first post, we seemed to get this one guy that really wanted to speak to me. I mean, who wouldn't want to speak to Nikita Brenov? But he was saying things like, I like how you look, I want to see more of you, you look beautiful from the front. I am flattered. Nikita, you should be very flattered as well. The second post got even weirder. The same guy that was commenting on the first post kept commenting saying we were very handsome. I gave this reply to try and lead him on. Nikita, what can I say? You're very popular with the boys. You're a good flirt. I can't take this seriously anymore, man. They love you, Nikita. You're just giving off a bit of a camp vibe.
In the last two posts, I actually got some good engagement. I don't know if these comments were sarcastic, but some of them seemed pretty legit. But then Tyler disrespected me. I don't know what that means in Bulgarian, but it sounds disrespectful, so I had to put him in his place. And then Daniel tried to compare Nikita Brenov to Ian Fitness Go. Who's this Ian Fitness Go? Nikita Brenov is the number one. Ian's just a nobody.
Of course, some of my friends were just trolling as well. One even said, can you squish the picture even more? But overall, Nikita seems to be a hit with the boys. But the girls don't really seem to like him. Not a single girl has commented on this post or engaged really. So I had to switch up a bit as I want Nikita to be loved by everyone, as he deserves it. He's the number one bodybuilder. And so I asked his girlfriend if it was possible to stick him up on Tinder. And she let me, and my girlfriend let me-ish. So first I made the Tinder profile. So I loaded up everyone's second favourite swiping app, the first being Fruit Ninja of course. And I decided to make Nikita Brenov an account. I'm not picky with who Nikita goes for, as we know he's an animal. He likes everyone. So I put him in as straight, gay and pansexual because he likes his kitchen utensils. So for the pictures, I of course put up the topless ones, but I also put in some other fun ones like him at the beach to show he likes fun. And yes, if you look to the left of Nikita in the last picture, that is me wearing a skirt. And then it asked me to pick 5 interests, so I put in working out of course, so we see Nikita's guns. I also put in astrology, everyone likes a mysterious boy, eh? Vegan, he likes his car boot sales, and he loves his Love Island. I even put my location as heavens, you know. Nikita's a little bit higher than God, that's what I'm saying. And then I wrote the bio, which was literally just taking the piss. Of course I had to throw in that it was Bulgaria's number one bodybuilder. And then I threw in some other stuff like here for a good time, not a long time, 30 seconds is plenty. 6'11", 2 separate measurements. Nikita is packing. I did say I enlarged everything and that he liked his kittens. Not going to finish that one. It's day 3 and I've changed my clothes yet again. It's actually Christmas Day today. Happy Christmas everyone. And I'm wearing my new Gymshark top that Joe got me. But anyway, I was on Tinder and 1.5 hours later we had 99 plus matches. So we basically maxed out our matches in the first hour. That's how popular Nikita Brenov is. But anyway, these are the messages we got.
First off, we actually got super liked by Ben, and I had him with one of the old classics, so I told him to bend over for me, love. Even added in the love so he knew what Nikita's intentions were. And he just went, your photos are so edited, lol. You know, jealousy is an ugly emotion. So I just said, just hard work and protein. Then I messaged Dan and I said, dance with me. He unmatched me straight after. Dan really broke my heart with that, but Calvin replaced him, so I had to say, Calvin Klein would be lucky to have you. Very flirtatious. Unmatched me straight after as well. I was starting to think that Nikita was a problem. Who wouldn't like him? So I decided to up my game and I matched with Prince. And I hit him with the upgrade GIF. GIF, who calls it? It's a GIF. Which had upgraded and I was going to upgrade Prince to a king. I was going to treat him. And likewise, he unmatched me. I was about to give up, but I decided to give it one more shot with Clay. And I said, are you Clay? Because I like to play with you. Because, you know, Clay dough. Why is no one laughing? That's better, that's better. And he just replied with hello. And it sounds like he has the personality of Play-Doh as well. I mean, there's nothing there. It's an inanimate object. His personality is not there, so I ditched him. And I ditched him for FaZe. And I went, I will not be phased when you stand naked in front of me. And he went, ooh, lol. He liked that one. So I said, will you be phased by my 9-incher? Flaccid, by the way. Just see what his intentions were. And he went, sorry, you can find others. He wasn't having it. So I thought, you know, I'd be a bit spiritual. So I said, I'm looking for a spiritual relationship. And he went, oh, that's nice. I'm happy you can have that. So I don't know what he was saying. There were so many mixed signals, so I feel like FaZe was a bad match for me. Then I matched with Zach, who actually looked like a B-Tech Elvis Presley, and he had the quiff and everything, and I went, you look like Elvis Presley, and I'm falling in love with you, which is one of his songs, and he thought that was very smooth, but that conversation didn't go anywhere either. Still trying to find our first girl. And then I looked further to try and find the first girl that I believe Nikita Brenov was a real person. But then I matched with M, who was still a boy, and I went, and he went, what's up? And I went in the sky, and then he aired me. And then we moved on to Tom, who said he liked to blow big instruments in his bio. So I said, I want to blow your big instrument. Aired again. Like, what was wrong with this pickup line? Do boys not like it when people are creative anymore? Do they just want a hi, yeah, let's meet up conversation? If I was single, I'm sorry, Joe, if you see this, but if I was single, I want someone to be creative with their pickup lines. Say me and my girlfriend Joe didn't know each other, and she saw me on Tinder. I wouldn't want her to go, hi, how are you? I'd want to spice it up. I wouldn't care if it was something like, oh, hey, frog face, did you fall out of heaven? Because it sure looks that way, you ugly. I think that'd be charming because it's different. Anyway, that's my rant over about dating. And then I met Corey, who I went, Corey, you're a stunner. He wasn't having it. He thought I was a stunner, and I just went, yeah, I know I am. I'm Bulgaria's #1 bodybuilder. Then came Daniel, who did look a bit like Harry Potter, so I told him that, and I said I'd like to show him some magic, and he went, ah ha 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 ha, please do. Bit boring, really. And then Splinter, oh, this is where I peaked as a human being. His name was Splinter, and I went, you're the only Splinter I want inside of me. Original as that. And then I met B, went, hey B, he went, hi Nikita, how are you? After this great conversation, so I tried carrying it on, and I saw him again, I went, hey B. Then I realised I'd matched with A, so I went, shit, that's the other one, hey A. And I was a bit embarrassed, so I stopped talking to them both. Then I went, Ash, he was a tennis player, and I went, in tennis, I bet you think love means nothing, I'll show you differently. And he went, haha, that's pretty good, definitely needed that. And I replied, aren't we all?
Ask you how you are, you don't just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
After that, I thought I'd clear my mind with a bit of exercise, so I told Iran that he'd been running through my mind all day. And then Ben cheered me up. We met another Ben and I had to hit him with the old classic again, Ben down, and he was loving it. He was asking me for my Snapchat, Instagram. He wouldn't stop talking to me, so I gave him my Instagram, but it never really materialised to much. For this next one, I was actually with Nikita, and we matched with Big Dean, who actually really wanted us. He said, what are you looking for, gorgeous? I went, the keys to your chamber of secrets, I want to slither in. Then he wanted to meet up, and then Nikita was with his girlfriend, so of course he was going to ask if she could come along. And then he went, send a picture of you both. And then, as you can't send pictures over Tinder, we said, imagine Hermione Granger and Dobby. And he knew what we were on about. He was a Star Wars fan. He loved us. And then he actually called me. He tried calling me, and I just went, no, thank you. That's the end of it. I was starting to lose hope that I would never find a girl. I was starting to think Tinder was only filled with boys. And then we actually matched with a girl. We matched with Katik. Oh, it was perfect. And I couldn't waste this opportunity because she needed to believe Nikita Brenner was real. So I hit her with, we both like cat, but there's only one cat I want. And she replied. A real life girl replied to Nikita Brenner. I realised after that I'd completed everything I set out to do, so I decided to call it a day for Nikita Brenov, and I logged out of Tinder and deleted it. I did find someone called Ginny, and I feel like you keep gin in the kitchen, so we can tick off the pans and the kitchen utensils one. It's 2020, you can't say it. Oh. I'm sorry guys, I'm sorry, cancel me. After all, I think it was quite successful. We managed to get 85 followers on Instagram to believe that we were a real person, and we managed to get a few matches on Tinder, and even a girl realised that Nikita Brenov was a real person. If you guys did enjoy the video and you want me to do something else like this in the future, let me know down in the comments below and by leaving a like. Or a dislike, but you're free man, but I prefer it if you left a like. Also, make sure to subscribe if you're not already. Click here and here for more videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.